Okay, here's a quick office tour of Tahoe Oral Surgery and Implant Center Bishop office. So here's the outside as we're walking in here at 281 East South Street, and just cruising in and have a little bench to welcome people right here. And then in our reception area we've got, I think it looks like about 10 chairs over there. A little bit of artwork on the walls, and our front office window right through here. And we go into the back and turn to the left into what's our first consultation and operatory, which also houses the panoramic radiograph machine, which appears to be a Panorama Corporation PC1000, and a TV mount up in the corner here. Additionally, we have our Gendex GX770 X-ray unit and a consultation chair here as well, along with a cart for all of our instruments, which has basic supplies in here, as you can imagine, a few forceps, and thanks for taking periapical radiographs, the usual goodies, and then suction and masks and things down here. This room also houses a little bit of a storage area, which is right here, where we store all sorts of goodies. So I'm going to be moving on to our second operatory, and Stephanie's busy putting things together here with our monitor. This is the handpiece that we have. We actually had a similar handpiece next door. This is one of the Stryker Command 2 sets, an official chair / table for doing procedures with. We have our portable nitrous unit, which is what we typically use for our oxygen and our nitrous, an emergency oxygen with a demand valve positive pressure mask on there. And over here we have our storage for our tanks of oxygen, along with the nitrous, and a Banyan stat kit for our crash kit, which is pretty awesome as stat kits go. Here's our AED unit, a First Save G3, which is supposed to be kind of the coolest AED units out there. And then cruising back this direction, again we have our cabinet with all of our instruments, and you can see some emergency airway equipment right at hand. And moving down into the next drawer area, we've got more instruments for mainly teeth extractions, and similarly all the way down a bunch of forceps and gloves, and on the bottom one we just have more supplies, which are fairly usual things to see. All right, let's cruise over to the front desk area, which is Kelly's domain. Thank you, Kelly. We just rolled in here, so we have a fair amount of things on the counters. Just a couple little computer workstation. Probably the fanciest stuff we have in here is our IT stuff, which includes this TZ210 sonic wall and this big old crazy router deal. So as things go from a wired standpoint, we've got it pretty dialed in this office. And then you can see a bunch of wires over here and our cable internet stuff, and I don't totally know what all that means. And a little coffee machine, fax machine, printer, and back here is our restroom, which also serves as the developer room for panoramic and periapical radiographs. and there's the official Air Techniques AT2000 machine. And finally, in here, you saw behind me there was a bathtub, but we also have a shower in here. Okay, moving back into our area with sterilization, very straightforward sterilization area. Got a Midmark M11 over here, along with a sonic sterilizer. And those are really the goodies here. Refrigerator for medications. And that is about it in here. And then underneath here is where we have our suction unit, which does a good job of suctioning. And lastly, the small office over here, which has actually has a fold-out sofa bed if you're so inclined, and then just basic desk here, phone right here. This is one of two of our phones, and then a credit card terminal. And that is pretty much wraps up the tour of the Bishop oral surgery space. The last thing is that in the back we have this big expansive room which we paid rent for forever, which was never built out. And so if you actually wanted to double the size of the place, you probably could. So there you have it.